Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest in the building today. I'm your host, Damani Carter. Over there in the striped shirt is my esteemed co-host, Mr. Byron Keaton. This is the Trying to Be Grown podcast, and we have Mr. Juan Day in the building, the North Little Rock legend in the building with us today. Thank you for gracing us with your presence today, Juan. How you doing?
You know me, chilling. Hey, bro, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna get somebody.
Bro, I'm telling you, we good. I'm telling you,
bro, y'all better get somebody else.
Bro,
I'm telling you,
we're fine. I'm telling you, we're fine. We can still keep going. I'm telling you, we can still keep the tape. We can still keep the tape.
Yeah.
Juwan, how was your week, bro? How was your week?
I did absolutely nothing.
So it was a good week then. It sounded like it was a good week.
Hey, Juwan, tell them a little bit about how we was hooping. You was out there dying.
Oh,
Hey, bro, 2 weeks ago, I said, Juwan, let's go hoop. He's like, all right. This man went out. First of all, they wasn't passing the ball at first. He was...
See, that's the problem I have when you go hoop at a new place and they don't know you. You gotta warm up first. You gotta
earn your stripes.
Yeah, you gotta make at least. They gotta see you make the ball at least 4 times.
Yeah, before
I
they
shot
start
4 threes. Yeah, so they're like, I see. You can shoot. I mean, all right. Get them on the court. I ain't touch the ball.
They had him getting every rebound.
I'm out here. By the time I get the rebound, go down the court, I'm having to get back on defense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get stuck playing with the wrong people. That'll happen. That will happen every once in a while. But man, you a year older than us, so you've been in this adulting thing a little bit longer than we have. Tell everybody a little bit about what you've been on since college.
Well, when I finished college, so when I left Arkansas, I went and played ball at SFA, and then my last year I went to Arkansas Monticello. Then after that, I got into coaching and dealing with kids. I'm PE teacher, and I coach football, basketball, and track. Basically, it was, you think you know the game until you get into the coaching world. So I learned a lot about basically defense and just stuff that I didn't think that mattered. And maybe if I would have known the things that I learned in coaching, I probably could have been a better player in college.
Yeah. And I do hear that from a lot of people once they get into coaching. They see the game from a different angle and just see a bunch of the details that, it's just hard to see as a player because you're so focused on doing what you want to do. But that's dope. And you're moving back. Are you, I guess, already moved back mostly to the area. But you back to Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, I moved back to Northwest Arkansas. Basically, I'll tell you, so I was in Texas, small town called Center is like, I'll say probably like 7 hours from here. And, you grow. Once you get older, you realize what's more important. Lately, I just been heavy on family. So
that's what's up, man.
I was out in Texas, doing what,
You like Texas better or Arkansas?
That's it depends where you at in Texas.
Okay, now, do you like Center better or?
Arkansas, I'll never go back to Center.
I
don't want to say it like that. Center's not a bad town. I'm just not.
It's just not for you.
It's not for me. I'm not made to be in a small town. Because I love food. When you only got to choose from McDonald's and Taco Bell.
But you had Whataburger.
Yeah, Whataburger, but you gonna eat that every day. You don't.
That's when you got to start cooking.
So you pinging back and forth between your second fast food restaurant with McDonald's and Taco Bell. Whataburger is just the daily.
Yeah.
And then you get
Yeah. And then cooking, you don't got time to cook. Coaching, I'll say, starting coaching. My day start probably 5:30 in the morning every day, and it ain't no. I'm just gonna sleep in a little bit. Like you gonna miss class. You gotta be there. Because you got to be the one there to let the kids in.
Yeah, you teaching the class.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to be there, workouts, and then it's just a bunch of stuff that goes on in coaching that people don't know about. Like, you do laundries, you got to wash all the kids' clothes. I ain't know. Yeah, I had to do that. Different stuff. You really like a dad to these kids. So like, you don't make it home till like 8:30, and you working, you sweating.
Yeah.
So when I get home, I don't feel like cooking. So,
I'm tired.
So I eat McDonald's, Taco Bell.
That's a good little transition into what I kind of want to talk about, just because I know you, and the thought of you working with kids just it makes me laugh a whole lot, just because I know you. That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's weird, and I know, like me myself, I think at times. Excuse me. Can I talk?
Go ahead.
Can I talk? I think at times with certain, especially with like kids that I know, at times I'm okay with kids, but just talking to them as like a 24-year-old and just seeing like I always feel like I'm one of them. Like I feel like if I'm talking to a 13-year-old, like I just see myself, so I don't feel like an authority figure. So just speak a little bit, if you will, about how that is.
I'll say, so when I first started coaching, I was 23. I'm 25 now. So the biggest mistake that I learned for myself was when you come in there and when you got your classroom, whatever, don't try to be cool. Don't do that. Cause later on, because like the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of school, all the kids gonna be shy. They not gonna really say nothing. So I was trying to be cool to try to get them to do something. I won't say they were lazy. I'll say they were shy because they always knew. From Arkansas, nobody knew who I was, and I probably looked intimidating to them when they first saw me. And then when they realized I was cool, kids there, you
take advantage of
it. So they start not listening to me. So then I started having problems. I got in a little situation with a kid. He decided, he spit some ice in my face.
No, he did.
Yeah. So this, hey, it was a kid. He came in like the gym. You got to have a routine with kids so they can stay organized. But our routine, you come in the gym, you sit down and wait for me. You know how I am. I'm probably walking around. But when I walk in, dude, he wouldn't sit down. I'm like, hey, go sit down. I'm being there a second. He had a McDonald's cup, and he was chewing on some ice, and I saw him. I'm like, what, you gonna spit on me? And he was like, hell yeah. This is exactly what he said, hell yeah. And I said, all right. And I ain't believe him. Yeah. But the problem with this, in the past, we had a relationship where we would joke around a little bit. He'll run up, punch me, and today wasn't the day for that. It's long, stressful. And second of all, you ain't finna spit no ice on me. But
yeah, that's what
he spit ice on me, boy. And I thought that was gonna be the end of me, boy. Hey, I swear I had to walk in the gym and I was pasting. I paced around for like 3 minutes.
All the kids, calm down.
Yeah, all the kids in the class quiet, just looking at me.
They knew something.
So they just looking at me pasting. I'm pissed. I want to say every cuss word in the book. But finally, I just, went to the office, wrote him up. That was it. He got sent to AAP alternative school, but I hate it. But we cool to this day. We talked about it. I explained to him why I had to do it.
He took it a step too far.
Yeah, he took it too far. So, but yeah, man, being around kids it's different. You definitely got to come in. I say come in hard. Don't give them no air, cause these kids different.
They're not like how you were.
Nah, they bold now. I feel like I don't know if it's.
You done had some kids try you, which is other than that, you done had other kids.
I mean,
try you.
At first I felt some type of way when I had multiple kids try me, and then I realized that they ain't just trying me. When they bold enough to say stuff to the principal, these kids different.
Hey, yeah, that's different. Going to the principal. I mean, you don't care.
Yeah, they don't.
So is that like a new age thing? Because we had kids that was like they had a screw loose or two that would say something to the principal, but
like you have one of them out of every about 2 to 3 grades. You don't have where it seemed like you look on social media everywhere. Oh, we got 3 of them kids like that in my class.
But it's so. You think that's a good point? Do you think social media culture is contributing to it? Because I think I can get like recorded.
People can go viral and stuff off of it. They can become big off of this. They think it's cool. They like the attention.
Social media has changed the world. I'll tell you this. In the PE class, you know, I love to play. When you love to play dodgeball,
Yeah.
as a kid, I would want to play dodgeball. So I had this bright idea. Yeah, that's the first thing we're gonna do. All right, we playing dodgeball. That's why I told the class. Everybody look at me complaining. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to walk. They don't want to do no type of exercise. But what they will do, they'll get on their phone. And you know, they rather get on their phone and do stuff with like TikTok. Or girls want to do TikTok stuff. Boys, they playing full out video games on their iPhones. They'll have a controller just on the phone, just playing.
Do they allow phones like at school now, or is it still like how it was when we were? If you had a phone, they could take it up quick, and just for you had.
That's probably dependent on the school. The school I was at, they were allowed to have cell phones. They could use it at lunch, but they wasn't supposed to use it in class unless they had an assignment or something they need.
That's wild.
Because, you know, another thing I noticed in school, the school I was at, and most schools that I visit, they don't have textbooks no more. There isn't. They use iPads or they cell phones or Chromebook.
That's wild.
Wow. So you teaching in like a difficult era just because of how the kids are.
Mm-hmm.
That's doubly that. I don't think I could do it. Like just dealing with. I can deal with kids that I know, like I can deal with all my nephews and nieces and stuff, and I can deal with them like short periods of time. So if I had to work a camp, I could do that. If I had to come and look at the same set of 13-year-olds every day for 180 days out the year, I don't think I could do it. I really don't.
Cause you be cool like at the very beginning where it's like people not doing much, but then they get comfortable with you, and like, oh, I can do whatever I want in this class, and then that's when I always go downhill. About in October. November, that's when people start acting up. I remember back in my class. I wasn't doing it.
Oh, you wasn't acting up in class?
I wasn't acting up.
You ever get sent to the office?
I knew what would happen. Nope.
Never once got sent to the office, ever?
Nope.
I don't believe you.
I got sent to the office.
I did too. That's what.
I got in trouble one time. It was in high school, my senior year. This was, matter of fact, I was coming on my official visit up here. Coincidence. And my parents was coming checking me out, and I'm in the office. This dude talking about some I'm bullying.
Were you bullying?
Was you bullying somebody?
I don't think I was bullying them. He was,
the moment you said I don't think.
I mean, yeah. Nah, for real. We was in this, what was this class called? Stagecraft. We in Stagecraft. It's supposed to be a class where you build a set for like plays and stuff. But it's the end of the school year. We ain't having no more plays, so we was in class. No teacher. Yeah, ain't no teacher. This is North Little Rock. Ain't no teacher. We in there chilling, and you know, dude, you know, he walked into class. He walked by me. He said something about my shoes. He said my shoes was ugly. Hey, but what happened? So he said my shoes was ugly. You know, the class was laughing about it.
So you a little bit upset.
Yeah, I'm upset. Hey, I'm upset. So I don't know. He just had a pick with me today. So him and his little buddy over there. You know, they decided they throwing stuff across the class. So I threw something back. It pegged him. So he was a white kid. I was going. He was white.
Okay. And
he left the class and didn't come back. So
I would have been nervous.
Yes, and he was a kid that looked like, you know, he would do something like that.
So, I don't know. I don't know if I was.
Wait.
So what
he
happened,
started this.
Yes.
You retaliated. Then he go tell on you to the principal.
No, he didn't go tell on me. What he did, I believe he drove home and told his mom, and his mom went up to the school and complained about how football players get away with everything, this and that, and they called me into the office, and then the principal was mad. This principal, I thought we was cool, you know. He was getting on me, yelling at me. I'm like, what? You taking this side? He was they was gonna expel me. All type of stuff. I was supposed to be doing this thing for King of the Hill. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's something like I don't know, it's an event where they choose like the king of the school, but they took that away from me, and then after that I really didn't care though, because I was on my way up here for official visit.
So I got a question. How hard did you hit this kid, bro? And what did you hit him with?
I hit him with, I can't really explain it. It's like it was a piece of metal.
So it was hard.
Yeah, it was like a screw.
Juan.
I didn't think I was gonna hit him though.
And where he hit him?
in the head. And like it floated because I kind of like shot it. You know how you tossing something and it just kind of went too high and it landed. Boop.
And you was like, everybody was like,
yeah, he walked up. He walked out.
I'm glad that you transitioned a story into your time at the University of Arkansas, because that's what I'm most excited to talk about. I ain't want to start off with all this kid stuff. I wanted to get straight into the meat of this conversation.
come on, man.
Now, I said of this conversation.
I said, come on now.
I said,
I'm
this
trying to let you go ahead and go.
Stop. But anyways, you and I were at one time part of what I think was one of the
Legendary.
most hilarious position groups, just as a whole, just coach all the way down through the players, ever to cross the University of Arkansas.
Yeah, so I'll say this all started. It actually started before you.
Okay,
Before
and I've
you.
heard that.
It started before you because we had some coaches with personalities, and you know everybody know running backs got personality.
Not normally though.
Running backs have personality. Okay?
No.
Yes, I mean as far as personality, as far as they the star, like they feel like they do running back. Everybody want to be what you want to be, a running back or quarterback. When Little League football first started,
people want to be linemen, bro, and fullback.
That's not even remotely true. No,
everybody want to be a running back. Everybody want to be a quarterback. But in this room, we had some guys. We had guys like Corliss. He's a legend. He's good. He's a good athlete. He can run the ball. He got screwed over. But I feel like the times in the room in the beginning when I was a freshman, it was hard for me because I'm goofy. Like at North Little Rock, how we played ball, it was like we played hard. We grinded, but we like enjoyed it. Like coaches had great energy, and they were like alongside with us, like do things like bench press with you. What I mean, it was like a more family thing. College is more individual. Everybody trying to climb on the top type thing. So it's a little bit different.
Everybody working to get there.
So me in the room growing up, being so goofy, and it's kind of, I didn't know what I was getting into when I, what goes on in college football or whatever. But in the meeting room, so I'm sitting right here. You got Corliss Marshall right here. I can't remember. I think Patrick maybe was like next to him.
Patrick Aranza.
Yeah. So we in the back there. Who was our coach?
Coach Thomas.
Coach Thomas. When I say he was, I respect Coach Thomas more now that he's not my coach than I do when he was my coach, because I didn't realize what he was trying to do. He was trying to dig a little bit more out of me, and I ain't really never had a coach that took that approach. But we in this class, we in the meeting room. I'm in the back, and Corliss, I guess he did something wrong on the pass protection, whatever. And what Coach Thomas said, he was like, he said something smart to him, and Corliss was, okay, if I'm sitting right here, Corliss is right here, Coach Thomas is literally right here. And Corliss was like, I don't give a damn what you talking about. We can square up right now. Like if I'm sitting behind Corliss, and he say this to the coach, that's funny to me, because I'm over here like, just think of a freshman, in there just seeing that, you look like, dang this, and I'm grinning, I ain't just out laughing, I'm just grinning, like I'm like, damn, and Coach Thomas get up, what's so fucking funny, all in my face, and I'm just like, just looking,
You ain't know what to say.
No, I ain't know what to say. All I know, my stomach dropped. He just get on me, and I was like, nah, I wasn't gonna say. And I'm just like, man, I know you. But from that point, it just didn't stop right there, because in team camp, you got the morning meetings. You go to what we do, morning meetings, then practice, walkthrough. So he was on my ass from the meeting till I went home, even at dinner. Then the whole time, he started getting in my head. The whole practice, I ain't had the best runs and stuff. It's different. Mm-hmm. First practice, the whole time he was calling me Bambi. At first, I ain't know who he was talking to. He was like, "Come on, Bambi," like the whole time. From the meeting room, he'll get his food, like the little snack we had. Come and sit right by me. What's up, Bambi? The whole time. So it that meeting room, it started before you came, but it was several occasions in there. And then the next year we got Coach Singleton, and that's when you came. So then we had in this era, the first era with Coach Thomas, that was, I'll say that was more in the meeting room, the highlight in the room. I'll say that was more Corliss Marshall thing because he just brought a lot of attention, a lot of distractions to the meeting room. Mm-hmm. But it was just so passive aggressive. I think that's what made it funny because everybody in the room know it was tension, but it was never Coach Thomas directly come at Corliss.
It would go around.
It would just go everybody around the situation because other people like Denzel Black, he trying to keep straight, and it's things like that. So the bond, the bond we had, it's funny when it don't happen to you. So Black Corliss will do something and he'll be like day, and that brings up to my other point. Black was the one sitting by Corliss. He day. Trying to, so it's just one of those things. But with Coach Singleton, I'll say that was more AC era. Hands down. You got to experience some of that. It just
I got a lot of that. That was fun.
When both of y'all were in the same room, what was the craziest thing or funniest thing that happened?
Bro, it's a laundry list. You gotta. Juan, I'm gonna let you.
I should have wrote it down before I came up here. But the funniest.
Or one that's something that sticks out where you like every single time you think about it, you're gonna laugh.
Oh, so we gotta skip Coach Singer. We gotta fast forward to the legendary Coach Mitchell. He's one of my favorite coaches. I love you, Coach Mitchell. Hey, I don't know. How would you describe him?
I mean, just as a human or like just humor wise?
Just humor wise.
I mean, it was just a bunch of unexpected stuff that you just wouldn't expect, like unexpected stuff. That's redundant. But stuff you would not expect to come out his mouth came out his mouth all the time. And it was just it was so tough to predict where it was going to go because it was another personality in the room that just, it made for...
They clash.
Yeah. It was just like two... dark black semi trucks just combining into one, or crashing into one another.
Was it every day?
Every day.
It was a relatively daily basis.
He had some good days where he in a good mood. He'll come in there, pew some music on. Who will we always laugh at? Just a minute. Kendrick. We'll probably pick on Kendrick or something.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was some laughs with Kendrick, some laughs with Devois, some laughs with you, but.
Chris Jones, I'm gonna
yes.
Chris Jones,
yes,
is the GOAT, man.
Top 5 funniest teammates I've ever.
I grew close with Chris. One fall camp or something. I was coming off of ACL surgery, so I wasn't at fall camp. We had too many players or whatever, but me and Chris grew close together, and I just realized how hilarious he was. And he lit that room up. He just gonna speak his mind
at all times.
Yeah, but I'll let you tell the Chris story. But my favorite story gotta be my boy Justice because
Justice Hobbs. Yeah,
I kind of blame myself, because could have I gone to practice that day? No. I don't think I could have practiced, but he pleaded me and begged me to practice. I got high ankle sprain. They taping me all the way up, and I was like, I see how I feel in warm up, bro, because this is fall camp, bro. Like it's different. All football players know what that grind like.
Mm-hmm.
Fall camp
but I'm over here. We had the hurdles. I'm over here kicking the hurdles. my first leg getting over, but my second leg is shattered.
It's dead.
I can't. I'm like, bro, you know, you running back, and I'm like, hey, bro, you gotta go today, boy. You gotta go today. And I say that like that because at the moment, me, Justice, and who was the other running back, Connor, we was rolling with the scout team at the time. So y'all, who know it? Y'all know what's well. I can't say y'all know. Y'all don't know what this is like because scout team as a running back.
Excuse me.
No, scout team.
Excuse me.
Remember they had him as Leonard Fournette.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean that's a side story.
Oh man.
Coach Smith, right?
Yeah.
He put me in a 7 jersey, and this was the drill. It was a pursuit drill where there was a tackle at the end of it. I had 2 blockers against the whole defense. He told me to run sideways until I hit the sideline and then just cut up and let everybody hit me at one time. I got 1 blocker. And he was blocking Jared Collins, the one person who I would rather get.
Okay. I forgot. You ended your career on the defensive side of the ball. That was stupid of me because you were just talking about in the middle. So you do know, and you play fullback.
Yeah. So I'm a scout team running back is not an experience I ever want to have again, but I've experienced it. Yeah.
But I would say as a running back, okay, we got cars, Jerome. I ain't not a player. I'm not the type of dude to disrespect the players and nothing, but when you on scout team offense, your lineman is gonna be. They're not gonna be the best lineman. I'm just gonna leave it as that.
Especially going against one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna be at a real big disadvantage.
The way that they use personnel wise on defense, I feel like they use more guys on defense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So there's way more scholarship and more athletic guys on defense. On offense, as linemen, I feel like offensive line, there are a select few linemen that are great, and I feel like as a running back, you're only good as your line. So, scout team, it ain't fun, bro. Okay, so you got Trey Flowers, Dietrich Wise. Who else you got?
Bijan. I'll just say Bijan because he likes to hit people.
What's the guy? No, the dude who is underrated. I know because he was hitting me every day. I can't remember. What's his name? Mitch, white guy. He played for the Saints.
Yeah.
That guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
I'll never forget. Blocking the end. He was the end every day. He elbow right here. I'm coming home, blooded up, and it wasn't like it wasn't like it's one of those things like it's gonna happen, and it ain't no like
you can do something about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna come with it though. You know what I'm saying? But this dude,
he there every time.
6'8", shredded, man. Come on now. But he was. But yeah, back to the story. Anyways, I couldn't go to practice. So Justice, but I didn't realize the practice we were doing. It was more of a. Coach. This is kind of Coach Mitchell's fault because he was never organized.
Not at all. No.
So he was thinking it was gonna be like a practice, like everybody rotating in, but it was one of those things where it was just 1s and 2s going. So at the time, I was rolling with the 2s. So I think Devois went, Riley went, and he was like, "Jay, can you go?" And I was like, "Nah, Coach, I can't. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna go." We had another running back who was hurt. I want to believe it was Cody Walker. He was hurt, but so everybody kind of moved up on the depth chart. But I think Devois. He was getting tons of reps. Riley was only getting like 1 rep. They was because he just came off his deal. But Coach Mitch was like, "Justice, go." So keep in mind, I don't know if he didn't know the play or I don't know what happened. All I know is he took the ball and he went. I guess he went the wrong way, and then because Eno was just jumping. Who the hell told him to get in? What we doing? We supposed to have 1s and 2s only. I thought we talked about this in the meeting, blah, blah, blah. And he running off the sideline like this, looking at Coach Mitchell. Coach Mitchell said, "Stay your ass back." And it was just like, and it was because Coach Mitchell, he do things like that. Like when we in the meeting room, we got play maybe like say we got Bob or something, and he'll tell Chris, all right, go block the defensive end, and Chris go block the defensive end, and then he's supposed to have a linebacker, things like that, and then so that's how the tensions between Chris and Mitchell always happen. But yeah, that's my favorite story. What tell him about the Chris story.
Y'all remember when we all had meetings with our head coach, with Coach B, but Chris decided to show up for his meeting in a suit.
Wait a minute.
You weren't there for that?
Yeah, I remember that.
You weren't there for that?
Oh yeah.
He walking around the facility like not all day, but I mean
it's like it's an interview.
a majority of the day with a suit on because he got a meeting with Coach B. And I'm talking like everybody is asking Chris, why do you have this suit on? He's like, bro, it's a meeting. I gotta be professional. And I'm just thinking,
I respect it.
That's what I was thinking, bro. Like everything that Chris did had a valuable reason behind it. Everybody was looking at him like, why are you doing what you were doing? But everything he did, he had reasoning behind it.
And I respect him for that.
I respect Chris because he did his thing regardless of how everybody else felt about it every day. Every day of his life.
He inspired me. This dude, he made me realize that it's okay to speak up for yourself. Now
did he speak up for himself a little bit too much?
As far as Chris take it, he gonna let you know. He gonna let everybody else around know. So, but
did you say you got? I got other Chris stories.
Okay.
But you got another Chris story?
I got a Chris story. So we played in Little Rock. I don't know what happened. Somehow, Coach B, I wasn't dressing out. Coach B came to me. He asked like me, Will, a bunch of dudes from Arkansas, did we want to go to the game in Little Rock? Because he usually do that. And then I don't know what happened.
They put us on the bus.
Yes, we ended up
Boy,
getting
I
stuck.
was heated that.
We ended up getting stuck in traffic. So Little Rock. So I knew some. I'm from Little Rock, so I knew we left at 7 and the game's at 11, and we on the bus. And I knew once we get around University or something, we ain't have no police escort. So I knew we was gonna be stuck in traffic. We were stuck in traffic for 20 minutes. Chris hops on Facebook, talking about some, I'm gonna make a post, bro. Because the whole time he was bitter. I believe he was starting at first, or something happened where he was starting and he ended up getting demoted and he was on the bus, but he was upset. We're just gonna say that. But he jumping on live, not live, they didn't have live, but he was on Facebook making posts about stuck, we stuck, blah blah blah, this and that. But I don't think he ended up sending it. But later on, we get there. I don't know who we played, but we beat the hell out of them. We was up at halftime. So we was all sitting down, we chilling. You know how it is, you get your peanut butter sandwich, we going over the game playing and stuff. Meanwhile, I'm sitting with my water, I'm chilling, and I just keep seeing something flashing back and forth, and it's Chris, he over there. So I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, Chris, what you doing? He was like, Juan, what you doing? It's your big chance, man. It's your promotion. You know how inspiring he is. He said, better get loose, boy, because your ass getting in today. So he was just one of those dudes, he stretching, getting ready. And meanwhile, I'm just peeping the scene, because that's what I do. I see Big Dan Skipper, boy. He was turning red. And I'm just looking, because, Skip's supposed to be paying attention. Hey.
Oh, God.
So Skip was eyeing him the whole time. I'm talking about every time Chris in here, imagine everybody sitting down, huddle up, listening to coaches. We got chairs and stuff, people on the ground, focus. And you got Chris Jones in the back doing lunges and jumping jacks. So Skip eyes just following him.
He can't focus.
No.
Oh, God.
Skip, sit your ass down. He was like, and Chris, he was like, what, I can't warm up? He confused. Chris confused. He was like, this is my shot. What you talking about? I'm going to be ready for the moment, But they get in each other's face, pushing out, and they end up separating,
Wait, all this before a game.
No, this is
at halftime. Okay, so this is at halftime.
This is at halftime, yeah. So, But you know who went down for that. Chris ended up getting in trouble in the meetings, the next Sunday meetings. But yeah, that was another time. What else he done? He done quite a. What about you remember the time when him and Mitchell got into it in the meeting room?
Yeah, it was several times that they got into it in the meeting room though. Like when I said like not like into it, but it was.
I'm talking about the one time that everybody knew about.
Yeah, but I wasn't in there for that. I'd already moved the defense.
I don't know why they moved your defense.
Thanks, man.
I don't know the detail. But,
Appreciate that.
But it was hilarious. It was basically Chris. It was so long ago. I don't remember the detail, but it was some like Chris saying he wasn't gonna be the beat. Mm-hmm. He told Coach Mitchell, "I ain't gonna be the beat," and then he asked Coach Mitchell, you know how he is. He gonna bring up. He gonna tell us stuff he not supposed to tell us. He gonna tell us exactly how much money he made, and tell him he went on the board, drew how much money he made, and he was like, "For this, I will be the B." And then Chris told him, "Well, I guess you a bitch." Hey, when I say, and then Mitchell was like, "That's fine, I'll be one." And just stories like that.
My favorite Mitchell and Chris story. I'm gonna censor this one a little bit, but we was all out. This is the time that Coach Mitchell took us to Catfish Hall. So I mean, they had already. They had already had like a couple exchanges, not just playful stuff back and forth, because we knew like Coach Mitchell and Chris got a little bit of beef going back and forth. We sit down to eat. Coach Mitchell at one end of the table, Chris at the other. Coach Mitchell talking, like he said, "All right, well, let's dig in." Basically, I don't remember exactly what he said, but Chris stand up and go, "Hold on, Coach. I'm gonna bless the food for us before we eat." And the next thing I know, I look down there. Wally and Juan are just dying, laughing. I'm like, "What did he say?" And I go down to Riley like, as soon as Chris stood up and did that, Coach Mitchell just turned to the side and was like, "Son of a this expletive." He's always talking. Yeah. And he was just mad. I have never seen somebody get, and I saw afterwards like how mad he was. I didn't hear what he said, but I have never seen somebody get that mad over a prayer.
You gotta tell him how Mitchell is though. Like, when we was leaving, the whole time he calling Chris a preacher.
Bro.
Yeah, but
that's the one that always get me, because I've never. How mad do you have to be at somebody to get that mad over somebody trying to pray?
Coach Mitchell, he was different.
Bro,
I'll tell you one story that hit that I started laughing that he did to me. I don't know if I did something wrong. I don't know. I did something wrong on film, and I just remember he walked in. You know how it is. We talking until he get in there. He shut the door. He went up there. He just looked, and he was smiling. And then he went to the side. The board was right here by his desk. This man drew a square, triangle over top of it, and he put like a little flag. And he drew a stick figure of him and a stick figure of his daughter, and on the little flag it said "for sale." And he was like, for some reason, I gotta ask Riley why. He always gotta refer to Riley. Riley was the smartest guy in the room. He gotta refer. So I know Riley got tired of us. Like we'll do something wrong in the room. He gotta ask Riley if he crazy. So he asked Riley, what is this? And Riley was in one of them movies. He was like, I don't know. And he was like, I'll tell you what it is. This is my ass. If he keep messing up, stuff like that.
His house is gonna be sold.
Yeah, he put up for sale sign on his house.
And shouts to everybody we done mentioned, man. Justice, Black, Denzel Evans, Cody, Riley, Justin. No, I said Justice.
Justin Hobbs. We had some more underrated dudes in that room. Connor, the other Connor though, skinny. I don't know if you know him. Remember, real skinny Connor.
Shoot, I can't even think of his last name, but yeah, I remember him.
Running back room?
Who else we had? Corliss Marshall. That's a GOAT in the room. We sleeping on no. I don't know if he was there for Jay Will.
Yeah, I was there for Jay Will.
Okay, so Jay Will, Jay Will was funny too because
he wasn't never in the every time I talked to Jay Will, it was in the training room and the locker room. Like he was hurt the whole year.
Jay Will was just smart. He just knew how to he would just say some slick stuff and it'd be so funny. And somebody else get in trouble for what he said. He'll be like, "Dave, didn't you say, Coach?" He'll do stuff like that. But Jay Will was funny. Who else we had? AC, GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Shouts to AC, Alex Collins. It was a bunch of people, man. It was a bunch of great people that made for a great environment, bro. Like even with like the lack of on-field success that I had, I honestly had a good time with y'all. I had a really good time with y'all.
Yeah, you did.
I said lack of on-field success, not lack of starting game one.
Chris,
I started game one, I had a lack.
Chris had a little beef with you for that too.
That wasn't beef, bro. That's just Chris is a competitor. He want to play, obviously. So I played.
That's how it is.
He didn't sit right with me. But Chris, my dog, to this day, Chris is my dog.
Shout out Chris Jones.
Big shout out to Chris Jones. So what we gonna end off with today? This is the last segment of the day. We trying to reflect and see how we're moving through this life, and we gotta ask our guests the same question. Now, Byron brought up a point before this about maturity, and you being 25 now, looking back at that 18-year-old that first stepped foot on the University of Arkansas campus. If you could tell your 18-year-old self one thing, not even in relation to college, in relation to just anything you want, what would it be?
Actually, change that to 16.
16?
16-year-old.
Why not? All right. It's your question. It's your segment.
I say 16.
If I only thing I'll change. Do you mean life general or just
in life in general? Like any advice that you would have for your younger self, right there.
I would say weigh my options. I feel like I was just so quick to jump the gun, especially on my recruiting. I feel like, growing up in Arkansas, that's all we got. That's like our Cowboys. We ain't got nothing else here. But I was just so excited that Arkansas was offered me, and I was so tunnel vision like this is school I want to be at. Now keep in mind I enjoyed every moment. Like I loved it. I loved every single day. But like sometimes I be thinking, what if I would have weighed my options? What if I would have took these visits? What if I would have talked to this coach? Because not only do I learn like shedding other coaches out, I feel like that's a connection that I could have built a relationship. I ain't saying I could have went to another school, but I probably could have formed a relationship with different coaches because now the profession that I'm in, I need to I need a lot of connection with coaches.
Right.
So
that's good advice, man. So Byron, this is your segment. This is your time to shine. What would you tell your 16-year-old self?
I like the weighing options.
More striped shirts.
Hey man, yeah, back then I should have worn more striped shirts.
Also, I'll say I probably would not have a girlfriend.
Okay. Coming on here being controversial. I see it.
Yeah, back then. No, I feel like
need to focus on football more.
Yeah, not football, but
just living.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like relationship that young can be a distraction.
Without a doubt.
I just feel like it could. It's a distraction from whatever you want to do. Whether if it's making good grades, going to college, playing football, basketball. I just think relationship that young is definitely a distraction.
I like it.
So, before I get into mine, you got kids in the future. They out here trying to get booed up in high school like that. You gonna allow it?
Yeah, I'm allowed it, but I'm gonna let them know, like,
that it can be a distraction.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them know, but I don't know what that's gonna be like during that time. Like we talked about earlier.
Times are changing.
Times have changed.
So. I feel that. What would I tell younger Byron? Oh man, it's a lot. I would tell myself, but I like the focusing on weighing your options and not, cause like even like with my football stuff, I kind of just like got tired of the recruiting process cause you get tired of people calling your phone all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Every other day, a new coach calling, hey, how's it going? And just a lot of small talk. Mm-hmm. It's just super. I'm like, okay, I'm over this, but I just sort of continue to weigh my options and really think long and hard. I thought long and hard why I wanted to go where I wanted to go, but I think you can always just gain a little bit more information. Just gather more information. But as well as giving it my all in everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's in school, whether it was in my nutrition, just like everything that I was doing. Like on the field, gave it my all for the most part. But there's always that little bit extra that you're like looking back on that you see that you could have done. And it's just like, I wish I would have gave that extra 0.5% effort or point whatever effort. It's just, I just want to see what happens. Just knowing like the different experiences I've had now, like giving it your all, you see those different outcomes, how they transpire and things like that. So that's just something I would tell my younger self, that don't take those little things for granted. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I've already said something like that on the show. So I'm gonna take it a different direction. I've been thinking about this. I would tell my younger self, stop and smell the flowers while you got them. Just a little bit. Because I look back on a lot of experiences that I've had that were dope, where I had a lot of fun, but generally I was always looking to the next thing. Like I was too busy to enjoy a state championship for more than like a day or so, because I was already worrying about, all right, next season we switching defenses. I got to work on my drops. I got to do a whole bunch. And there's nothing wrong with being concerned and like having a focus on the future. But I never took the time to just sit back and sink in. Like there's a whole bunch of people that are never going to be able to do this. They're never going. There's a whole bunch of experiences I've had from playing college football. I mean, watching more than playing in front of 70,000 people. But I mean, just being. I'm saying being out there in a jersey, pads, a helmet, like. Not too many people get to do that, and I think it's sometimes like I was so focused on trying to get to whatever was next that I really did not let it sink in. Like, wow, this is a really dope experience. So that's even in the other things that I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to make sure that like I'm playing another year of college football, and I'm trying to enjoy every second of it.
How many years is it? 7.
Oof. Wow. 7 years, 8 seasons. He just had a season this spring.
No, I'm saying, but that's still the 7th season.
Playing college football for 8 years,
and that season doesn't count, so it's like 6 seasons. That was 4 games. That barely counts.
That count. You've been playing football college football 8 years.
No, I haven't. This will be the 7th. This would be the 8th for you, because think about it.
I'm not playing no more.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But look, my first year was 2015.
Okay.
And my last year will be 2021. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7
years.
Yeah, not 8.
How do you feel about that? Your knees okay, boy?
Nah, everything on me hurt, bro.
I'm hurting.
Everything on me hurt. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying working, all of it. I'm taking it very, very seriously, but I am enjoying it on the way. And that's my advice.
What the season gonna look like this year?
That's my advice for the day. I'm glad that you could come on, bro. We're very. No. We closing it. We closing it.
One other thing I remembered is, like, looking back on just like how naive I was, and just like how innocent, like not innocent, but just like it's just like it was just a lot of. It wasn't much negativity that I saw in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could still have that same perspective on life somewhat, if that makes sense.
Somebody bring some negativity in your life?
No, I'm just talking about like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about negativity. I'm just talking about like
I didn't see
just seeing all the news, seeing just everything that goes on around us. It's like once I got to college and like started taking in more information, it's just like it changes your outlook on life.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't have no eye-opening experience with somebody you met freshman year to change your experience?
No, I'm not even talking about that at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm literally talking about like my outlook on life.
Ain't no reason to get defensive, bro. I was just asking the question.
Did you have any?
No.
Okay, I'm just talking about my outlook on life. Like,
I can't ask questions.
What do you mean by that?
The other day I was on YouTube listening to.
Oh Lord.
Well, I was on YouTube listening to music. You know, I like listening to music. So I was just like going through all the Mac Miller stuff, and like I just kind of like reminisce on what life was like back then. I was like, dang, I miss those days, and just how like no worries in the world, no bills, no. It's it's a different life.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's one thing I wish I could still give myself back at this age. It's just that I don't know what to call it. It's just that type of outlook.
Innocence is all it is.
No.
It's the easy way to describe it.
That's all I had. I just wanted to get that 2 cents out while it was still on my mind. I almost forgot about it.
Okay, well, I appreciate you for sharing that with us. And we very much appreciate you for coming on, Juwan.
Yeah, the boss on Juan Day.
He was nervous about coming on here. You got on here and just started talking, and it was just like having a conversation. I told you it was going to be like having a conversation.
I don't like just being on camera doing stuff.
I know, but it worked. It worked out. It worked out. I think.
Me. I just did. The only reason why I did it, because y'all my boys.
We might have to bring you back next week.
We very much appreciate it. We're going to bring you back eventually.
You got to bring Cam. Bring Cam. We need to get Cam on the podcast.
Shout out Cam Colbert. Hey, we got a request.
We didn't even dip into Cam. There'll be a whole. That's
a whole episode.
That's a whole other episode. We appreciate y'all rocking with us wherever you rocking with us. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor. I don't list them all. I list the predominant.
I just threw one out.
Wherever y'all rocking with us, we appreciate it. Even though he irks me. He irks me. But yeah, that's about all I got. You got anything else for him?
Shout out to Show Thief. He gonna play us out. We appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Out of here. Peace.
When that pressure get applied, is you gon' pass or you gon' shoot? I stood tall. When you make it through the struggle and the pain, do you get your umbrella off the chance that it might rain? I stood tall. Ooh, I stood tall. Ooh, I stood tall. Ooh, you could try to count me out, but you ain't gon' ever hold me down. When I see my people going through it, I put the blame on me. And I see my homie lose his mind, but I gave him his first taste of lean. I ain't gon' lie, that really hurt me, but I had to close the curtains. And one thing I learned on Lion King is everybody gotta eat. Never tell a party, let me get a whole piece. And nah, little homie, can't get that from me. You play football, you got a bright future, you supposed to see you on the TV. And I said, that's true, and I'm gon' do it, but I really gotta make something happen. And I probably could've asked my family for something, but instead I started hitting licks with daddy. I ain't gon' lie, that turned me to a savage. Really living life like a bandit. And then Murph told me, keep your head on, man, don't do nothing reckless. But now I'm older now, I'm a grown man. Go to church every Sunday, I'm a praying man. You ain't gonna never see me fall, I'm always standing. One thing I do is stick to the plan. When you make it through the struggle.